Liverpool, of course, going on to win by 2-1. First time, I think, this season that we've seen back-to-back goals in the Premier League from Mohamed Salah. Overall, it was a really weird game, which every game seems to be at the moment, that involves Spurs.
Or Liverpool.
Well, yeah, that's true, I suppose. Well, but Liverpool look more normal than Spurs.
They looked quite sharp early on. And then, obviously, Dyer sold the jerseys with that mistake. A little bit of change again from Liverpool with Nunez and Salah playing a little closer together with Firmino roaming around. So just getting Salah in that central position where clearly, obviously, he's somebody who just generally is a terrific finisher. But from Tottenham's point of view, they were actually... Listen, it's their fault. There's no point blaming injuries, right? Because we know they have them. It's not because Kulusevski's on the bench and Mora had a Achilles knock and blah, 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 why they start the way they do. It's not, because you saw what they could do in the second half.
Yeah.
They can play. They can get balls in the box and they can get you on the back foot, and Liverpool were hanging on. They can play when they need to, Tottenham. That's the trouble, when they need to.
We saw it against Marseille, we saw it against Bournemouth.
Yeah, but Tottenham's got a problem. They can't go out and start playing like that.
Why?
We've got a nosebleed.
Well, because had Liverpool taken the chances they had in the second half, this game would have been a ridiculous score. Tottenham cannot start a game and play open football because teams will rip them apart defensively. They cannot defend. They can't defend.
But how can... No, but
they can't defend, Dan.
Second half against Marseille, second half against Bournemouth, second half today, they were the better team.
Well, there's a couple of important things here, Dan. Where was the game at?
No, I don't understand your point.
Well, here's the point.
OK.
They had no choice. They're 2-0 down. They're getting absolutely battered. They're at home. They've got no choice.
But then
so they start throwing people forward and they start closing the ball down. And that's what I'm saying. We're sitting here thinking that we want to see Tottenham playing the way they played for the last 25 minutes. Right? That's what we're saying. But they can't do that, because if they did that, they'd lose a lot more goals than
But they haven't already. They haven't lost those goals. They didn't lose the goals against Liverpool or Marseille or Bournemouth.
But they didn't because Liverpool doesn't take the chances. That's the point I'm making. This game could have been 6-4 or 6-3 to Liverpool.
I don't know, Stevie.
Did you watch the game?
I did watch the game. Like, second half Spurs were the better team.
I didn't say they weren't the better team in the second half.
Right.
I'm telling you that the number of times that Liverpool broke on them and had opportunities, had they either taken a better shot or made a better decision, Tottenham can't defend when they're open. Tottenham's never going to be able to play an open attacking game, because when the ball's turned over when they're going forward, they can't defend.
But why haven't they conceded then?
Because Liverpool didn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Marseille, they didn't concede against Bournemouth when they came out and played better in the second half.
I can't believe you're actually arguing this point with me. Because Tottenham had, number one, had no choices. I've just told you to go forward.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, great, why can't they do this? But whenever the ball turned over, the holes that they left, the fact that...
But they were 2-0 down.
The fact... What?
How can they defend worse when they're coming out to try and attack if they don't concede, but they concede two against Bournemouth, they concede two against Liverpool, and they concede one against Marseille?
You don't get the point.
No, I don't get your point, Stevie.
The point is Tottenham played the way they did for the last 25 minutes of this game, right? The game would end up being 9-3 every week. Because Tottenham leave holes everywhere. The fact that Marseille and Liverpool didn't take advantage has got nothing to do with the fact that they leave holes all over the shop when they're playing that way.
Liverpool will do that to most teams, Stevie. They'll break on teams like they broke on Tottenham. They'll do that to teams. I thought Tottenham were excellent in this. I thought Tottenham were great in this. Yeah, they're going to give some chances up when they play like that. Who won't?
They were great for 25 minutes. They weren't particularly... Liverpool, until the first goal, Liverpool were all right. Liverpool were comfortable in this game until the first goal. He made a couple of changes, and it's a bad goal to lose. Yeah, it's a great play from Harry Kane, but defensively, it's a shocking goal to lose. Konate's just terrible defending. So don't. I'm not falling for this. Tottenham can do this from the start of a game to the last. They can't. They can't do it, and that's why they don't do it. By the way.
Go on, Frank.
And I carefully listened to what you were saying, guys, and especially Stevie. So according to Stevie, Tottenham defends the first half because they don't know how to defend. So they defend that way to consider not too many goals. And then they attack knowing that they're not good defending, opening at the back, to go back to score goals, and they do so.
Well, forget the Liverpool
it's not their
game.
games. According also to Stuart Robson
Frank.
and Gab Marcotti. So for me, I'm sorry, I've just finished what I mean. It doesn't make any sense. Why do you want to start defending if you know you don't know how to defend? Just attack, play higher on the field, and try to score goals. You don't care because you don't know how to defend. If you score more goals than the opponent, you're going to win the game. But you start every game trying to defend according to know something you don't know how to do. So that's the thing I don't understand in your explanation. You know, why they defend so deep knowing they don't know how to defend?
Well, there's a straightforward question to ask you then, Frank. Why did they do that?
Yeah.
They always do it. They always do that. That's how they start every game. Because that's how they play every game. And again, that's how the manager sets them out. But why does the manager set them out that way?
Because that's his DNA.
Because he doesn't think that he can open up and play against teams. He doesn't trust them.
His Inter Milan team's never opened up, really. I mean, he's not a manager
He's
not a manager that
That's
opens
the DNA.
up.
That's in his, yeah. That's his DNA. He always played like that, you know. That's the main thing. He's an Italian guy. He wants to secure the defense, and he thinks that with those players, he has to do even more because they don't know how to defend. So it doesn't make any sense, especially because every game we see that the right thing for them is to attack. It's when they are the most effective. So maybe we can consider that they're wrong, that is wrong, that he should think about something else. But there is only one option. We defend the first half, we try to concede too many goals, and then we react. And we try to come back. That's the only thing. And every game we have that explanation, and we see that.
Man City, when they play, right? Maybe that's Achilles' heel in the Champions League. I don't know. When they're battering teams, even teams that are a little closer to them, they give up chances at their end because they leave themselves open, make bad mistakes. Look at Cancelo the other week. Was it Anfield? Can't remember the game. They make mistakes.
On Salah.
Are Tottenham and Conte frightened? Right? Have they got the best defenders on the planet? No. But are they good? Standard of defenders? Decent, yeah. Are they prepared to make mistakes and pay the odd price for pushing forward and getting goals? Because they've got goals in their team. I mean, Liverpool were hanging on at the end. I just don't understand. I think Frank was trying to point. His point he was trying to make, I think, is they tried to play the way they normally play and they lost 2 goals. Mm-hmm. And you can blame finishing for Liverpool or not. When they opened up, it was a really exciting game. They gave away a few chances. They could have scored 3 or 4 themselves. It's a negative mindset from Antonio Conte. They're not playing Liverpool every week and Man City and Chelsea and Man United.
They did the same with Bournemouth last week.
They were 2-0 down.
They did exactly the same with Bournemouth. And actually, Bournemouth did exactly what Liverpool did today. Except this time Liverpool managed to defend for the first time in a while. But Bournemouth couldn't do that. But Bournemouth had chances to kill the game and didn't do it. So that's what they do.
From a Liverpool perspective, a good week, which is not something we've said very often.
Good week, and they actually... I always say, you know what? Part of your job as a back four and a goalkeeper is to defend. And what they did today was when it mattered, they defended. Nothing else. They did their job.
Right.
The goalie made a couple of saves. Defenders made some challenges. When they were under pressure at the end, balls thrown in, the people were winning headers. That's what your job is as a defender. Every time you step on the field, 9 times out of 10, if you can do that, then you'll be okay.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.